Does the influx of foreigners affect your quality of life?
It would definitely affect our life. Like, I just took the public transport and you can tell, right? Like, it's getting crowded and stuff, even though it's not peak hours.
Yes, maybe in a way, because they are willing to splurge on houses, and that kind of actually spoil the market.
I think so, because of the lack of space and with so many people crowding around, this kind of life may not be available in this next 10 years or so.
Currently, there are over 7,000 people per square kilometre of built-up area in Singapore. That's like fitting 52 people in a soccer field, which doesn't seem as crammed and crowded as some Singaporeans feel. When policymakers plan to raise the population figure in Singapore further, will possible overcrowding affect our quality of life? Deputy Provost and Director of the Behavioural Sciences Institute, Professor David Chan, feels the link between population density and quality of life depends on optimal land use.
It is possible to increase density and quality of life still increase, because density is a distal and not approximate cause of quality of life, and in between is crowding and effective functioning. So if I have a large space queuing up for lunch, but I take an hour to buy my lunch, it doesn't matter the density is low. But if density is high, but there are wonderful stores that I can just buy my lunch in a short time, that quality of life still increases, even though you have a dense place. So I think that's important to distinguish density and quality of life, as there's a lot of intermediary variables that you can manipulate, so to speak.
But perhaps the feeling of overcrowding that some Singaporeans have is because our infrastructure was planned for a population of 4 million in the 1980s and 90s, said Professor Paul Cheong, former Chief Statistician of Singapore.
Because at the time we set the optimum, the year X population at 4 million, what happened? The MRT was designed for 4 million, 6 carriage, fixed the train stations. So there's no way of expanding. And so all the planning parameters was focusing on a very small population size. And now we are facing all the consequences. Now we are stuck. The only way we have the degree of freedom is increase the frequency. And then that has an impact on the rail conditions and all the other problems.
But it's more than transport congestion that is getting Singaporeans riled up. Up next, we find out how Singaporeans have been affected by the growing population.